It's Kevin, right?
I'm Kevin Marlin, the brewer.
Hey Kevin, are you the brewer here at the Chophouse in Denver?
I've been a brewer here for 20 years.
Wow.
All right, so that's the mill up there. Put the grain from outside, comes into the hopper above. We mill it. We add specialty malts, which are in those buckets up there. Drops into this hopper down below. When we connect that hose to the top of this tank, we start filling this tank with water from that tank over there, which is the hot liquor back. And then we close the door, of course. It becomes like a big bowl of granola. And it sits in there nice and hot and steamy for about 20 minutes. Then we recirculate the sweet wort down through this tank, up back on top of it for 20 minutes to get it to clarify. And then we move the sweet wort into the kettle while sparging hot water again from the hot liquor back on the top. We fill the kettle to our desired volume and our desired density. And we bring it to a boil, and then we add hops. The first hops is to offset the sweetness of the grain. It's called bittering hops. And then the hops at the tail end is called the flavoring or aromatic hops. And we add, that's a much larger quantity of hops depending on the beer that we're making. There's no alcohol derived from the hops. So after it's boiled, we let it chill down for about 10 minutes. We whirlpool it, and then we run it through a series of heat exchangers over into the fermentation deck. So this is the first heat exchanger here, and we add O2 as it comes out of there, and then we come through the second heat exchanger, which is over here, down this ladder, and then we run into one of these tanks where it ferments. We harvest the yeast off of another tank. We pitch in here. Right here we have a fermenting beer. You can see it's bubbling away. This is a Pilsner that we're making. It's fermenting at 51 degrees. It's our lager yeast. It'll take about 7 to 10 days for it to ferment. Then we'll condition it down to 33 degrees. We'll add findings to it, which gets the yeast to drop out of solution. And then we will run it across the restaurant through these stainless steel pipes on this wall over here into the serving vessel room behind the bar, where we will force carbonate it. So we just use pumps to pump it up through this line right here. It goes up and over and into the serving vessel room, where a serving vessel will already have been cleaned and sanitized and purged of its oxygen with carbon dioxide, and then we'll force carbonate it and put it directly on line from there.
Well now Kevin, to wrap up, being the brewmeister you are, tell us what is, over 20 years, your signature, most favorite, most popular beer that you brew here at the Chophouse.
Well, our signature beer is the bourbon stout. And what that is, I'll show you over here, we have these bourbon barrels. What we do is we make we'll make a 10-barrel batch of oatmeal stout. We'll take half of it and we'll put it into fresh bourbon barrels that we get from Woodford Reserve. And the other half of it we'll blend with the stuff that was sitting here for 4 months earlier. And we have it online right now all the time. It's a blended product, so it's got bourbon flavor and it's kind of sour. Wow. And that is the beer that if I'm out of, I don't hear, every day I hear, when are we going to get it back? When are we going to get it back? So I try not to run out of it. That said, awesome. It's a very expensive beer to make. These barrels are like $130 a piece.
Wow.
And we only make it 10 barrels at a time, which is 2 kegs. It's like 300 gallons of beer at a time.
Well, we can't thank you enough for the tour, and we're going to go sample some of your
You're welcome, bro.